Hi everybody, back. Sorry about that. Didn't realize that we can only do 10 minutes on the film. So got everything laid out. Now I'm going to show you how we going to cut it, and also I can see what I'm doing. I found my glasses. So what we do is we cut like that. We don't have to cut by hand. We go in and we cut, and we just, that's why I continue those lines out like that. Like that. We bend them down like this and like this, and we just slide it in. We pull it and we slice it down like that.
It's an amazing trick. Like you're pulling it down so you can put it through there and pull it back, and it hooks it right on.
Right,
yeah.
so we can hook it on the other side.
Yeah.
So just like that, and we go like that. Now you can head back over to the layout bench, and I'll finish this up and meet you over there. So now we got to cut down like this. So now we got to do the inside, and we want to leave a 1/2 inch inside to hold the glass. I'm not going to make it a 6-sided inside. I prefer to have it round on the inside. So we come in half inch in. Come over here. Mark that 1/2 inch. And then we're going to draw a circle. You're going to have a little bit more space over here, but we have a 1/2 inch here. That's enough to hold the glass coming up. This 1/2 inch here will be bent up 90. We're going to cut this center part out. So we'll go over to the arbor press over here. Cut this out. This arbor press is set up with 2-inch hole. So what we do, so we can get in there, we stay inside the line a little bit. We'll just punch a few of these out. Those are 2-inch plugs, and we can use those 2-inch plugs for something else. We'll go back over here. And what we'll do is we rough cut to the circles here. We'll cut the circle up. Type of snips I'm using are clinks. They are not serrated, so it doesn't leave a serrated edge here.
I have a question, which is probably not all that important, but
go ahead.
Is it easier to cut any particular metal? Like, is tin easier than copper or brass or vice versa? Like,
depends on anything? The gauge on the tin. This is pretty easy. Copper is pretty easy because copper is a softer metal.
Okay.
Brass depends on the hardness. The brass that we're going to be using is a real nice brass. It's almost like a copper brass. So there's our template. We're almost done with it. Other thing we have to do is, if you can picture this here half-inch, gonna have to be bent up 90. So over in this corner here, this has got to be notched out, and you can't notch it any old way you want. You got to come off 90 from this point. So you come down here. If you look and see how I got my, and I'm going to mark it with the magic marker so you can see it. So this is going to be cut straight 90 out this way, and from that point, that's going to be cut out straight 90 from that way. So when these two angles come up and touch, they'll be perpendicular right up and down.
Right. Okay.
You did it any other way, so I'm going to mark them out with a marker so you can see what I'm doing. Normally I would do it just by eye.
So Mike, did you apprentice with anyone? Like, where did you learn kind of all these tricks of the trade?
I did a sheet metal apprentice when I come out of the service, early 70s. Everything in tinsmithing I learned, I'm self-taught. I did a 3 to 4 year apprenticeship course in sheet metal. Then I worked some sheet metal. Then I worked some architectural metal work. And then I got in. I started doing reproduction. Trying to talk and work at the same time. I can't chew gum and walk at the same time. I did reproduction 18th century tinware, what they call electroplated tinware. I call it the shiny tin. And the other tinsmiths are going to shake their head. Oh no, they're going to start yelling at me. Let me tell you, I have a lot of customers, and every customer that comes in to me, they say, I don't want that shiny tin stuff. And they call it shiny tin. And everybody said, oh, you don't call it that. Well, you know something? If I asked Tina how she got here today, she probably told me she drove her car here. Well, some people call it an automobile. It means the same damn thing. Shiny tin means the same thing as electroplated tin or hot dip tin. So I call it the shiny tin because my customers call it shiny tin. I don't talk down to my customers. And I panned out and got into doing lighting because I like doing lighting, and it's a little bit more than those who do the reproduction, reenactment, tinware, and so on. I take it a few more steps further. I got to electrify mine. They don't.
Right.
I have to antique mine. They don't.
So we have about 15 more seconds. So to this 10-minute section.
Okay, folks. So I'll bring you back to when we're at the brass area.